Architect Yolanda Reyes is a simple person who led such an extraordinary life. She is considered to be as one of the most outstanding and respectable figures in the architectural profession, not only in her country, the Philippines, but also in the international scene, as chairman of Architects Regional Council Asia, and the first Filipino to be council member of the Union of International Architects. She also sits in the negotiating table, now as head of the Philippine section in the Apex Central Council for its Architects Registry, and was designated to chair the ASEAN Architects Council when Philippines took over the chairmanship, which is in rotation among the 10 ASEAN economies. A wife, a mother, and a grandmother, Architect Reyes spends her leisure time with her husband Romulo, her children Beng and Sunny, Rowana and Joel, Romel and Abby, and her grandchildren, and with friends. A prayerful person and an academician at heart, with the rank of full Professor 3, Architect Reyes served as the Dean of the College of Architecture and Fine Arts of the Pontifical and Royal University of Santo Tomas for 9 years. It was under her stewardship that the college was named Center of Excellence by the Philippine government, ranking it atop among all other schools of architecture in the Philippines. She successfully helped the architects and academicians achieve their goals for higher education, more accessible through the distance learning program which she designed and was offered by the UST Graduate School. This program was designed for the architects who are in the academe, particularly when a postgraduate degree was made a mandatory requirement by the Commission on Higher Education to faculty members of BS Architecture. During her tenure as Dean, she was also the President of the Council of Deans and Heads of Architectural Schools in the Philippines from 1994 to 1996. From 2001 to 2002, she served as the Chairman of the Arc Asia Committee on Architecture Education. She was not only admired for her professional competency and her hard work, she was also widely praised for her role model and exemplary performances as the first female national president of the United Architects of the Philippines, the integrated and accredited professional organization of architects, as Chancellor of the UAP College of Fellows, and the Chairman of the UAP Foundation. She successfully led the UAP in realizing the dreams of many past national leaders which came into fruition. A stable organization that has come of age and has reached out not only throughout the Philippine soil, but further across the Pacific to embrace the Filipino architects abroad. The completion of the UAP National Headquarters topping off, which now serves as the home of the Filipino architects. A revision of the architecture law governing the practice of the profession in the Philippines, which was enacted into law in March 2004, and several joint programs and undertakings with government institutions and agencies. The fruitful dialogues and imminent unification with other architects' professional organizations. All these are major accomplishments of a most memorable term, and by all counts, as stated in the UAP History Book, is a hard act to follow. During her stint as chairman of Arc Asia, the mother organization of the architectural institutes from 17 Asian nations, she invigorated various important seminars and programs in addressing the issues on global warming, cross-border practice, collaborative Asian architectural researches, and conservation and preservation of important structures around the region. It was during her term that the committees on Arc Asia Professional Practice and Arc Asia Green and Sustainable Architecture were officially formed as part of the Arc Asia structure. Architect Reyes offers a blend of real-life wisdom with up-to-date insights in strategic leadership relations and culture development issues, as she spearheaded campaigns for relief operations for the victims of the 2004 tsunami disaster, which gave 5 Sri Lankan families the chance to own their new houses and start a new life. She brings her intuition and offers practical solutions and alternatives in view of the publication of Information Handbook on Disaster Preparedness, which encapsulates her conviction that the tragedy made us aware of the fragility of our existence and made us appreciate better the value of life. She established the YDR Scholarship Foundation in 2002. This helps deserving but financially handicapped students to access schooling. The only obligation of a scholar, upon completion of a course and when capable, is to send another student to school. To date, the foundation has more than 25 graduates and candidates and continues its commitment to send scholars to different schools in the secondary and collegiate courses. Architect Reyes, together with her husband Architect Romulo L. Reyes and daughter Rowana Reyes Aguirre, runs an active design office here in the Philippines and a satellite office in Muscat, Oman, upon the invitation of foreign partners. Currently, Architect Reyes serves as a member of the Professional Regulatory Board of Architecture, Chairperson of the Philippine Commission on Higher Education, Technical Panel for Architecture, Environmental Planning, Interior Design and Fine Arts Education, and Chairperson of the Environment Cluster of City of San Fernando, Pampanga, Multi-Sectoral Government Council. In recognizing her noteworthy achievements, she was elevated to the UAP College of Fellows in 1993. Her numerous commendations include the Outstanding Kapampangan in 1993, the Outstanding Fernandino in 2006, the Design Excellence Award for Architecture for the Calaruega Retreat House in 1996, the Outstanding Tomasian Alumni Award for Architecture in 2002, Parangal Patnubay ng Sining at Kalinangan, Arkitektura Patnubay Award in 2000, a Special Cultural Award by Australian Department of Foreign Affairs in 1997, First Diamond Award for Architecture in 1998, UST High School Achiever Award in 2003, the Philippine Federation of Professional Associations Excellence Award in 2007. In 2008, she was bestowed as the Most Outstanding Professional of the Year in Architecture by the Professional Regulation Commission of the Philippines. In 2005, she was conferred the American Institute of Architects Presidential Medal and an honorary membership in Las Vegas, USA. Further, she was awarded the most coveted distinction as Honorary Fellow of the American Institute of Architects in San Francisco, USA in 2009, the first woman architect from Southeast Asia to receive such a prestigious award. In November 2013, she was given the Gusi Peace Prize Award, where she stood alongside with former President Arnold Rutel of Estonia, former President Emil Constantinescu of Romania, former Prime Minister Al-Siddiq Abdelrahman Al-Mahdi of Sudan, and His Royal Highness Prince Bandar Khalid bin Faisal Al Saud of Saudi Arabia, together with other prominent and distinguished personalities around the world.
She was elected also Vice President Region 4. As Vice President, aside from regular UIA Region 4 meetings, she launched the UIA Region 4 UAP Joint Design Competition for Emergency Disaster Healthcare Facilities. The competition aimed to receive designs of temporary shelters deployable to post-disaster areas as evacuation centers, and for rural areas could be used as maternal health care facilities. Awarding of winners was held in April 22, 2016. Together with the United Architects of the Philippines, mobile toilets and shower vans were made available to the affected and displaced families due to Super Typhoon Haiyan, who were housed in temporary shelters and evacuation centers. Food, medicine, and clothing were also dispatched to these centers. The UIA logo was placed on the vans together with UAP, ABS-CBN, the largest TV network in the Philippines, Architect Reyes also played her significant role as the international president of the Eastern Regional Organization for Planning and Human Settlements, or EROF. In spite of the pandemic, under her stewardship, they come up with several online seminars focusing on the UN Sustainable Development Goals, particularly on climate change, housing strategies, health, sustainability, architecture, and renewables, among others. She became a member of the Professional Regulatory Board of Architecture, and later on, she was promoted and appointed by the President of the Republic of the Philippines as Commissioner of the Professional Regulation Commission, or PRC, a three-man commission in charge of the regulation and supervision of 46 professions in the Philippines, where she served the full 7-year term. In PRC, she had oversight responsibility over continuing professional development, career progression and specialization, physical infrastructure, including the planning, development, and construction of the many new PRC regional offices buildings, among other numerous oversight programs. Through her advocacy in promoting a culture of responsible and responsive humanitarian professionals, joined by the spirit of cooperation and unity, to respond to the emergencies and provide assistance in times of crisis to vulnerable people, she initiated projects above and beyond the regular operations of PRC, such as nationwide tree planting program every 25th day of June each year, PRC educational program, PRC housing program, professional branding and promotion. A radio program was eventually realized where professionals of various disciplines can discuss, inform, and update the public about their respective professions and practice. PRC Proactive Program, an Adopt a Community project, was set into motion by adopting an indigenous people's community in Barangay Bawi-Bawi, Dinalupihan, Bataan. COVID-19 Special Project, rally the funding drive to support the frontline responders and encourage psychological and mental health counseling to those afflicted with the global COVID-19 pandemic. The funds also provided several tents which serve as triage to 3 hospitals and initiated the redesign of hospitals and health facilities manual in cooperation of the various regulatory boards directly related to the built environment, in order to adequately respond to new and future health infirmities and emergencies. She also rallied a funding drive to support the frontline responders, where food were distributed to several hospital frontliners, and encouraged psychological and mental telecounseling to those afflicted with the global COVID-19 pandemic.
The UAP College of Fellows Community and the UAP National Board affirm that Architect Yolanda Reyes has adhered to the highest standards of professional and ethical conduct, practiced in excellence and prestige in the architectural profession. She has rendered distinguished contribution and service to the UAP and has performed exceptional achievements and active participation in the concerns of government, country, and in the global community. In the words of an esteemed ArcAsia colleague, she was described as a paragon of leadership of architects in Asia, which commands reputation, respect, and distinction due to the fact that, in everything that she has done, she has shown an ability to make impossible things happen. Truly a remarkable lady, born as a simple person, but throughout her life, she had conducted herself in such an extraordinarily virtuous way that she will always remain a great example and inspiration to the future generation of architects through her role in the academe, the professional organizations, government services, civic involvements, and professional practice.